Hello everyone. My name is Jamali Anas Nabong. Today I will handle this session. Our session today is discuss about industrial design 4.0 for designer. Okay. Before that, I want to introduce our professional audience. So now let me introduce them. First, Simarundek. Second, Joshua. Third, Muhammad Al Muslim, and the last, Muhammad Ikhwan. So Simarundek, let's start our session first about industry.
First of all, I want to say thank you for our MC for inviting me to this become one of panel discussion for Industry 4.0. Okay, before we go for too deeply about this discussion, we need to know what is industry design. What is Industry 4.0? As we look at the screen, Industry 4.0 is a term often used to refer to the development process in the production. Okay, this means is the machine will operate independently or cooperate with human. So industry is about machine and human. And third, the machine will operate automatically becoming an independent and entire that will collect data and analyze it. So okay, sorry, back to Jamali. Okay.
Okay. I pass that to the second audience. Joshua, can you give that opinion about this for the background of industry? Can you talk about it?
Okay, Ken. Okay, what I understand about Industry 4.0. Okay, now mostly we use technology to create some product, and then we use most technology to make our job easy, especially for designer. This technology is very efficient for us, like for us designer or student, because we can create product that we want. We don't need to take long process to create something. We just use this technology or this tool to come out with new product or something interesting. That what I know about Industry 4.0, especially for 3D printing. Okay, back to MC. You can ask another audience.
Okay, very clear information from Joshua. I want to Ikhwan, can you give the backgrounds of this industry?
Okay. First of all, what is Industry Revolution 4.0? Industry 4.0 is come from the Industry Revolution 3.0, which is evolving of using electronic and IT, information technology. Okay, from the Industry Revolution 3.0 came up a new Industry Revolution 4.0, which a new phase in Industry Revolution that focus on interconnectivity, automation, machine learning, and real-time data. Okay, what is from the Industry Revolution 4.0, it come up interconnectivity, which is telecommunication or networks. Okay, for the automation, like robotic and 3D rendering. Okay, for the machine learning, is AI, and real-time data, like VR, virtual reality. Okay, that's what Industry Revolution is. Okay, next.
Okay, I want to pass to Muhammad Al Muslim. Can you tell what the advantage of 3D printer to our Muslim?
Sure. Okay, UMC. The first the advantage is 3D printing can print many geometric structures and also simplify the product design process. The second is in low volume production. It can also reduce lead time and total production cost. The next is reducing supplier dependence and reducing supply indication time. The second is it is also quite eco-friendly. And the next is 3D printing can be very useful for printing spare part and assembling them locally. And the Last is it can increase flexibility, reduce warehousing costs, and help companies toward the implementation of large-scale customer cus- customization business strategies. That's all for me.
Okay, thank you, Muslim, for the clear about it. Okay, I will ask Simon Rundek, what the determining factor is the rates of the change. Can you tell us about that, Simon?
Okay, thank you. Once again, I want to say thank you for the MC and all the audience also for the great information to share to us and our audience outside there. Okay, what is the determining factor is the rate of change. Okay, that we can see clearly about the statement in the screen. Okay, the speed of technological development. As a result, the social, economic, and infrastructure transformation with human life allow us to express qualitative lead in the pace of development, which mark the transition to a new era of a time. So this means Industrial 4.0 is a new era from era economic 3.0. So 4.0 is about robotic and human become a one to introduce or produce some interesting product or new product. So that is important thing about 4.0. Okay, thank you. I want to know also if any from this audience, if they have any opinion about this, so they can share also in this screen.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. As Simon said, do you have an opinion about this discussion before we proceed to conclusion?
Okay.
Okay, Joshua, can you tell?
Okay, this part is about this advantage of 3D printing. Okay, 3D printing machine are expensive. Just we know 3D printing is very expensive because the material and equipment used in 3D printing are expensive because it's big and the material they use to create it are very expensive. That is disadvantage of 3D printing. Second, limited raw material. Okay, that material that can be used are still limited and some are still under development. Okay. Next, I would like to give to Ikhwan to tell another point of disadvantage of 3D printing.
Yeah, Ikhwan, can you give disadvantage?
Okay. From what I learned, 3D printing are expensive. This is because the cost of the machine cost is not everyone can afford. But for a company, it might can afford to buy 3D printing. But for a local shop, maybe it's still like quite expensive. It's not just a machine. Also, the material to produce the product also quite expensive to buy. Okay, for the limited raw material is material that can be used are still limited and some are still under development. It means only plastic products. 3D printing only can use 3D 3D like material just for plastic. It not cannot 3D printing material like steel, gold, and other stuff. But it might be available on the future. But for the some still under development. Okay, for the next violation of copyright. Now it's easy and for anyone with access of the product blueprint to copy existing product quickly. It means it's not we can copy a shirt, shoes, but from the 3D printing, many other plastic product we can print, and it, this what we call a violating of copyright. So it's not a good thing lah. for the 3D printing. Okay, for the next point is production of dangerous item. Okay, this is a very serious matter. With 3D printer, plastic knife, gun, and other hazard object can be cracked. So many unresponsible user using a 3D printer to produce a weapon for their own benefit or for just for fun. But still, this is a weapon, so it's quite dangerous to anyone to have. Okay, for the next time consuming. Okay, why 3D printing is time consuming is depending on complexity of the design. 3D printing can take many days to complete some of product. Maybe it can call fast if the product for the small product maybe it's fast, but for the complex or big product it will be time consuming. Okay, next energy inefficient. Okay, 3D printing as a manufacturing technique use 100 times more power than the conventional method. This is for the 3D printing, it will consume electric many than normal machine. But for the company, they can afford the energy innovation. But for the local shop, maybe this will consider very bad thing lah for the 3D printing. Okay, for the next, I will pass to the MC.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Ikhwan, for that. So, Muslim, what your opinion about it? Can you share?
From me, I think I don't have any opinion.
Okay, Muslim.
Okay. MC, may I interrupt may I?
Yeah. Can. Why not? Okay, yes.
I want for this discussion for comparison, I want to
Okay.
give my opinion about that. Okay. As we see at the screen, there's comparison between traditional manufacturing and 3D printing. Okay, first we want to talk about traditional manufacturing. Traditional manufacturing is very long production run. That is a common sense. We all know about that because it's traditional. And sometimes the traditional thing is more quality than modern one. So that is the thing we need to know. Sometimes you need to don't have to focus about modern thing, but you need to make something between modern and traditional to become a unique product, to make a unique product. So when number two is important to of perfect finish. That's like I said later on. So how is the traditional manufacturing? But the important thing is a perfect finishing. We can see a lot of example outside there. So let's see. Okay, point third is use of material and need for technical characteristic unavailable with 3D printing. I think this point is we as other audience have mentioned about this in disadvantage about 3D printing. I think other audience have mentioned this point. Number four is a very large part. So that is a comparison about traditional manufacturing. Now we proceed to 3D printing. So 3D printing, I also want to know about this 3D printing, and I want to other audience to interrupt my statement. Anyone?
Yeah. Anyone can explain about 3D printing between the comparison?
Or limit time is later on. Okay.
If I don't have anyone to explain, we go to conclusion. Okay. For the conclusion, I serve two conclusion. First, I serve general conclusion, and second, I serve about overall slide conclusion. Okay. For the general conclusion, technological is innovation that are increasingly sophisticated and growing rapidly can help boost the country economy. It has also changed the country economic landscape and made a positive impression on the local and the global industry. Okay. For the overall slides, as we know, we said that there are several advantages of 3D printer, such as 3D printing can print many geometric structure, also reduce lead time and production, reduce supplier, dispense and supply indication. And lastly, increase flexibility and reduce wearing costs. That's all from the conclusion. Overall, our discussion. Do you have any opinion about our discussion?
Sorry, MC. I think other audience need to leave now because some of important thing we need to do also there. So thank you, MC, for inviting us to discussing about this industrial 4.0 for designer. Okay, I think next time we need to discuss a lot about this. So overall, I want to say thank you to MC once again and our other audience for the important information. And I think we can end this discussion now.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for our audience. Okay.
Okay, thank you, MC.
Okay. Welcome.
Okay, thank you, D.